everybody.
That was cool.
I kind of dug it. So we're here with the first official community council chat. And I know we're going to have people jumping on and watching us live. And as you do, please be kind and let us know you're there. Say hi or drop an emoji in the chat. Do something for us. But we want to talk to you a little bit today about the community council. And we want to talk to you really about the premiere of this amazing video from the March kickoff. So we're going to jump in. I see people out there. Please let us know you're there. Say hi, drop an emoji, do something. Let us know you're there in the chat. We are here with the amazing Tina Campbell. She is regional partner for New York and Connecticut Master Networks. And she is also, I'm going to read this. She is the East Coast lead regional partner, which means from that river over, she's kind of in charge of everything. I'm not sure how she's doing it. I don't know how you have time, lady. I just don't. But
Everybody's busy. So, it's not really more than anybody else. And sometimes, one of the things is really important that nothing that we do here in this region or around the country is ever by ourselves. It's the leadership of the entire country that is amazing. So you can't, and we know that you can't, nobody can do this or create a movement without others.
Well, I got to tell you, there's two others that are like saying funny stuff in the chat right now. So Larry Blackman's here from Texas, but Rick Gabrielli apparently has made his own popcorn and it's hot. So he's ready.
Put on that extra butter.
Stephanie's here too. Hey, Steph. So Tina, I got to start this out. Look, we have people that are going to be coming on that maybe new Master Networks members or maybe haven't joined Master Networks yet. So I think I have to start it with the first question. Why Master Networks?
Well, one of the things that the founder, one of the co-founder is of Chaz Wilson. He started it with Dr. Ed LeQuire. They saw this vision of something being learning-based and community-minded versus kind of the other way around where, rather than thinking it's transactional networking, what's in it for me, what can you do for me? This was very different. It's like, let's learn together. Therefore, the trust will come faster. And then the speed of the trust is the speed of the referral. So it's really, that was kind of the essence of it from the beginning. And hopefully, what we've really tried to do is keep the culture here in the New York tri-state area. And I really think that we've done that by creating, again, everything being learning based and then everything being community, minded, which is why we're here today.
I got to tell you, Rachel Sirota is on with us. Ellen DVH has joined. I love Sandy. Sandra, hello, my friends, right? That's the key.
That is the key.
Lois Schwartz is here. We've got people joining us. I'm so happy that you're here. Thanks for joining us. But it really is, we're all friends. And just if you could talk just for a second about that community feeling. Why is that so important?
Well, again, if you can get, as we always say, beyond the business, right? So you've got the business, but get beyond the business. The only way to do that is to find out what everybody's involved in, right? What is your, especially as servant leaders and the servant hearts that we have here, how can I help you? How can I support you is a big, big question with us, because sometimes, it's not even in the business that people need support. They need it in their life. So when we sit there and we go, okay, well, we truly are part of a community, that can be really, about anything in a person's life. So, but we want to help them, of course, succeed in business, but that everything else comes along with that, whether it's family, education, whatever that, spirit, your spiritual life, everything. I mean, we just feel like everything is important, and therefore let's wrap it up in a bow and just deliver it to each other. How can I help you? How can I support you? That's really what we talk about.
I love that. Jim Sandler's on supporting us now. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Been with us from the beginning.
Really, seriously. And Tina, I've known you for, oh my God, 6 years, right?
Yeah.
I have heard you talking about this amazing effort that you wanted to put forth, right? You had this dream that you could build this community, and you built it. Like, you started and built this how many members do we have in the tri-state now?
So in the whole tri-state, including, so that's New York, Connecticut, New Jersey, and New York City, which is right, it's all right around that area. But we go up as far as Albany now in our New York region. But one of the things that's amazing is that um, we've got between all of that about 620 people. And those are, but you know what? When you think about it, it's not just people. I want to say 620 families, because that's the way I look at it. It's like we're helping, if we're helping not just businesses, succeed, it's more like opportunities we could give. Hopefully we're helping put food on the table. We're helping kids go to college. I mean, we have helped in so many different ways that some of the stories are unbelievable.
Corey Waters is here. Corey, thanks for joining us. I love the fact that you keep saying community and family. And for as long as I've known you, your dream has been really to extend this out and to make this happen. And something started a year ago.
Yeah, it was December of the year before. So it was, let's say, January of 2021 for sure, because I put it on the calendar. And when that we always talk about, you put it on the calendar, right? You've got to
How to make it happen.
Make it happen. So we just started putting our community council meeting. I just made a meeting, or I made a part of another meeting, and I was like, see what happens. And it was funny because I just kept thinking, well, I want it to look like this, I hope it's going to look like that. And Barry Dorfman, who's going to come on a little later, he showed up and he said to me, he said, just like everything else that you've done or we've all done, is just start talking about it. It becomes a reality. He said, it's going to look different in a year from now, which it does. Thank goodness, it's even better. But I wanted to start this community council because I felt like I wanted to give our members an opportunity to really plug in with our help and our force that we have of 620 people, our boots on the ground. Like, how could we bring more to their nonprofits and their communities that they, as Barry likes to say, live and work and play in. So how do we do that? So I figured out, well, we'll start this and we'll see where we go, where we could plug into the grassroots effort of all of us.
Rather than Barry. I love that. And I'm going to bring Barry on. Barry is the executive director of the Community Council. I'm going to bring him in. Hey, Barry.
Voluntold.
Barry is the past president of the New City chapter. He is the part of the events team in the North Jersey chapter. Yes, he's in 2 chapters because he wants to be New York and New Jersey. Gotta love it. And he is also, as I said, executive director of the Community Council. So, Barry, can you tell us what the Community Council is, how it works?
Sure. So good afternoon, everyone, and everyone out there watching. The Community Council, as Tina said, was an idea of hers that started in January of 21. The idea was to get together some servant leadership people to come up with ideas that we could create some events that can fundraise, and then we could also support our membership across the region in the event. Say they had an event that required some manpower. If someone in one of the chapters has an event that they need to get the word out, that's another part of what we do. But the most important thing we do is we fundraise. And you'll hear more from other people about what we do with that money, what we do with the money, where it goes and where it's going to go, from other speakers. And we just get together and as a group every Wednesday at 11 a.m. in Tina's Zoom chat room. And we've come up with 2 events, and we're about to plan our 3rd one for the fall. And those will be annual events. Every year we'll have those 3, and then we'll do some other fun stuff. And it's a chance to get everyone together on a regional basis. That's a big part of our events, is to get everyone together as a bigger region. And then the other thing is the fundraising and supporting our membership. So
I have been to all of the events, and I got to tell you, that is the thing that is so true. We all want to get together. We all want to be together and spend time with each other. Who can be on the community council?
Just about anyone who has the time and the energy and the passion. Um, every event has its own list of things that have to be done. So, you know, I don't like to volunteer anyone. I was voluntold to do this, so, um, and I'll get Tina back someday for that.
You taught me how to do that. I love volunteering people.
But, anyone can join the community council. I mean, and there's no really limit to it, but it is a commitment to. So if they're going to join, be prepared that we're going to be, spreading out. Many hands make light work. So we're going to be using everybody on the council to help achieve our mission.
I got to show you this. Maggie Carey is here. So glad you started the community council. I think we all feel that way.
Can I mention something? There's really three things that a member of the tri-state region could come to us for. Number one is if they have a nonprofit that they want to get some visibility for. So they could ask us to use our social media and really, really work to spread that around much larger than they would themselves be able to do. Number two, they could come and they could ask us they need hands, they need feet, because I know years past when we kind of had some Alzheimer walks and we had some other walks that we did. Why not bring people together to make a larger team? So they can come for those two things. And then there's the grant portion that we're raising the funds for. We're raising money so that the members can come to us and they would be able to get a grant in their name that they could send, that we would be sending to this nonprofit that's in their heart. So I think, we just want to connect them to their things they're passionate about. And we're going to ask them, part of our vetting process is to say, tell us what you're doing for that nonprofit. So it's also, we want to find, we want to make sure people are giving back themselves, so it's kind of an interesting, I'm really excited about to see what comes through.
I love that because that's what we're bringing on the next. And her job is helping us handle the money, right? People don't know what's happening with them. So
you're breaking up.
Are we breaking?
She's doing a walk.
Is everything going to?
You're breaking up. I think
She's freezing off and on. Yeah.
Yeah. So you may want to.
Am I back?
That's better. You may want to actually just say that introduction again because I didn't hear that.
Hopefully, I'm back. So, okay, am I better? So, thank you, everybody. You gotta love technology. We're gonna bring in the executive director of the Rockland Community Foundation because everybody kind of wants to know what happens with the money, right? So, we're saying that we're gonna do this. So, how do we manage it? And Julie Sadowski is a part of the New City chapter and has this amazing organization. Hi, Julie.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Can you do us a favor and tell us how the Rockland Community Foundation has gotten involved in this and kind of what happens with the money?
Yes. I will start off by telling you real quickly how I got involved. It's a little unusual for a not-for-profit, which is what we are at the Community Foundation, to join a networking group. But I've known Barry for a long time. I wanted to join. I wanted like-minded people and businesses to have a better understanding of what we do at the Community Foundation. So I joined. And actually, Ellen DiVietro is the one that said, oh, we have the community council. You got to come see what it's all about. Well, which I did because I thought I do philanthropy. So this makes good sense. And started to listen to what some of the challenges were and the vision of doing more fundraising and philanthropic work and ultimately giving back to the community. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what we do at the Community Foundation, at the Rockland Community Foundation. So I spoke to Barry, who in the spirit of transparency is on our board of directors, and said, what you're looking to do and some of the challenges that you're looking to avoid, we can help with. This is exactly what we do. We serve as an incubator, if you will, for startup not-for-profits, which in a sense is what the Tri-State Master Networks Group is trying to do. So what happened was Master Networks established a charitable fund with the Rockland Community Foundation. It's called the Tri-States MN Community Council Fund. And this fund is responsible for raising monies that will ultimately be granted back out to the community. That was something Tina alluded to earlier. So what we do is we take in all gifts towards this fund. So all contributions that came from the mixer, et cetera, that will come in from the golf outing, they come in, they are deposited into a separate fund, if you will, for Tri-State MN. We manage that. Anytime somebody makes a gift, we handle the acknowledgement. And then conversely, anytime a grant needs to be made or perhaps payment for services incurred for the mixer, we handle that as well. And the beautiful thing about it is all the back end administration goes away. That's what community foundations do. We handle, in addition to this, we handle scholarships and some other types of fund, but this is something that we call a project fund. So it's like the old commercial, leave the driving to us. We handle all of this. And because of the relationship we have through this fund, the Tri-State MN Community Council is in and of itself considered a 501c3 not-for-profit under our umbrella. So it made perfect sense on so many different levels. And it also enabled this group to say, you know what, we're not going to every year just give proceeds to one organization. We will treat this more as a grant. People in the Master Network realm of Tri-State will apply. A committee will vet this appropriately, and then grants will be given out ultimately through and from the Rockland Community Foundation. So there's checks and balances. There's administrative help. It's a beautiful thing, and this is what we do, as well as the other over 850 community foundations around the country.
I love the smile on Tina's face. I think when this came to be and we knew that this was possible, I think Tina's heart just,
Oh, it's fantastic.
Right? It was
it was as Barry has said in the past. I mean, it was so interesting that we set this up. Barry came to me and he's like, listen, he runs hundreds of golf outings for his charities all over where Rockland and beyond. And so he was like, I know how to do this. I was like, okay, great, because I've never done this. And then so we started doing that. And then Julie shows up through Ellen, right? And Ellen's part of she does our volunteer program. And what's amazing is that it was just like we needed the vehicle. It showed up. Julie showed up. We needed this. People showed up. It just kept growing. And now, I mean, we'll usually have quite a number of people and volunteers on our Wednesday meetings. We can have 20 people discussing what's upcoming. So it's just, I can't thank Julie enough.
It's awesome, Julie.
Great,
thank you so much.
A great team to be working with, I'll say.
We are going to be talking more about how the money is going to be distributed and all that stuff on other episodes of the Community Council Chat. But we really wanted to give you just that little snapshot because as we move on, our next speaker is going to talk about what we did at the March Mixer. So, Julie, we're going to say goodbye to you, if that's okay.
That's always okay. Thank you, everybody.
Back to work.
Hang on, though, because you're coming back at the end. So don't
Okay.
And we're going to bring on Chris Chinesky. Chris is going to talk to us about the March 3rd Kickoff Mixer. Chris, you do more things in Master Networks than any human being I know. So you are the current member advisor for the Friday morning White Plains chapter, the vice president for the Gold Coast chapter. You are the director of communications for the Community Council. You're going to start to give Tina a run for her money.
Honestly, I'm just glad to be part of this. Being part of the Community Council, we're making a difference. The March 3rd event was the start of what we're doing this year. And it's really cool to be part of this and giving back to the community.
Can you tell us now? I want to say this to the people in the chat that were at the March event. I want you to start putting in, just give us one word. I know you can't do that, maybe two, about what your experience was. Tell us what you thought about the March 3rd event. And if you weren't there, give us a word or two about like FOMO. Tell us how you feel about how you wish you were there. And while you're doing that, Chris is going to tell us what really happened. Tell us about the event.
All right, so we had 122 members show up that night. We had an amazing event. It was March 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. And it was a great New Year's kickoff. Originally, this was scheduled to happen in January, and then we had the wave of COVID, so we had to push it off. With weather, it actually worked out better that it was a couple of months later, and I think more people were able to attend because of it. But we also, being community council, we're community minded. We wanted to have a community aspect to it. So back when we were planning this October, November timeframe, Barry was trying to figure out what we could do for the community, and he saw a Bombas socks commercial, and it said that the number one thing that homeless shelters need is socks. So he said, well, it's going to be in January when we're having this event. When we first started planning, he said, wouldn't it be great if we could donate socks? So we partnered up with Catholic Charities of Rockland County for the event. We were able to raise, have socks donated. They distributed them through Rockland and Westchester County. We had over 3,000 pairs of socks donated. So men's, women's, and children's, making a direct impact in the local community.
That is awesome.
So with that, we were talking about raising money. We raised over $3,000 in the Tri-State Community Council Fund, which is going towards those grants that's coming up. It was an amazing night. If you were there, you saw how much fun it was. It was too short, but we had an amazing time.
Tell everybody where it was.
Sure, yeah, Molino's, Lake Isle Country Club in Westchester at Molino's, the restaurant there, and it hopefully doing more events there in the future. We'll see.
It was beautiful. I'm going to say Stephanie's word was love. She loved it. I know we all loved it. Jim's word was friendship. So true. I'm going to tell you, I have 2 words. It was too short.
Always is.
I heard there was an after party. I didn't make it to it.
Check out. There wasn't we took it to another place, but Rick Gabriele, that's a real impact on people. It really is. Larry, you're right. We are totally making a difference. That's the deal. And we love it when you come up. Larry is in Texas. Larry is in
No, he's been adopted to.
Yeah, he's ours. Larry comes up for most of our events, so we love it when you're here. I love this stuff. You're right. No matter how much time we spend together, it's always too short. You're right. All right. So that was what happened at the March event. Chris, hang on. I'm going to take you off because we're going to bring one more person in.
But thank you, Chris. Chris is wonderful.
So much. I love Chris. The next person we're going to bring in is a member of the North Jersey chapter. And also, Barry is too. And also is a founding member of the new Cranford chapter in New Jersey. We are like spreading out all over New Jersey, people. So check the chat because everybody on this conversation is going to be putting their contact information in the chat. So if you want to know about what's happening in New Jersey, if you want to know about chapters that are in New York or Connecticut, you can reach out to the people that are here. We'll be putting it in the chat for you, either while we're live or probably after. But it's so exciting to have him here. Craig is, I'm going to read it. Craig is the owner, and he said owner, but I'm going to say owner and insanely creative at Foreverett Stories. He's the one, he and his team put together the video that we were about to premiere. Hey, Craig.
Hey, everyone.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. Yeah.
So this video we're about to premiere, can you give us a little bit of a heads up on how it came together, what you were trying to do with the video?
Yeah. First of all, a huge thank you to the Master Networks organization for trusting me and my team, Foreverett Stories, to capture content at all your events. That never goes unappreciated that you hired us to do that. To speak to your question, Gene, you know, as the sort of co-director and producer of this film and hopefully many subsequent films, you know, what did we do there on the ground is we were looking to capture and epitomize the sentiment of Master Networks, which is family, which is relationships first. And so boots on the ground, I had a huddle with my team and I said, guys, let's make sure we're not, you know, this isn't a wedding. We're not concerned with the little details of food and this and that, you know, the chandeliers. Let's capture those hugs. Let's capture those embraces. Let's capture those handshakes. Let's capture love. I set them free. They went crazy. And here it is.
All right, everybody out there, are you ready? I want to do this, Craig, because I think we just have to. Stephanie, you're right. Craig is amazing. He's amazing.
Thank you.
And I'm so happy that you put this together for us. All right, everybody, cross your fingers. We're going to do this. Ta-da-da-da! Drum roll, please. And here we go. I know it's coming.
Not much of it.
It's coming, I promise. Keep the drum rolls happening. Okay, it's not coming as soon as I thought it was because it closed on me. Hold on. There we go.
That's okay. We're used to technical difficulties.
You gotta love it. It'll work though, I promise. All right. We just did this, people. I promise you we did.
That's okay.
Here we go.
But I really want to say thank you to Craig's wife who hung out with us during the last golf outing.
Yes,
Hopefully she'll come back.
she will. She will.
All right, we're gonna keep talking for a minute because
Barry, you got any jokes in the interim, Barry?
No,
I got it.
no.
We're good. I got it now.
I
Here we
didn't hear
go.
that. What was that?
Nothing.
Okay.
They were just trying to cover for me. Here we go.
Here we
And
go,
we're
guys.
off. Turn your sound up, everybody.
There's a couple of things that experts say that you really need to create a strong relationship. One is trust. And I really feel that when we're working together on a common goal, you know these people, it's very relational. You have fun together, but you're doing something for a common purpose. I started the New York and Connecticut region of Master Network 7 years ago. And I was by myself and I was walking around asking people if they like to be in a networking group. And now, almost 7 years later, we have today 610 people in our membership in just this region.
When I started out Master Networks, I got in as a member like anybody else. But when I got immersed into the culture, meeting all the people, visiting chapters, doing lots of face-to-faces, at the heart of it was always the culture. How could we take that culture and apply it intentionally? So as I learned from Tina about how to build networks and build chapters, I realized that she did so much of it intentionally just by the nature of who she is. She's a very kind leader. She's a servant leader. And she just really wanted to make sure that people got together and talked.
The pandemic started. We had gone into Zoom world just like everybody else had. But nothing beats seeing each other face to face in real life. We're going to stay and have virtual meetings. But we need to have this connection. We need to see each other. We need to hug each other if you're allowed to. You've been looking at these people for sometimes 2 years. Some people have never even met in person. So now what's wonderful about it is they're getting an opportunity, and I can hear them out there hugging.
To spend all of 2020 and 2021 building relationships, becoming close with people, and really not getting together with them in person at all until a night like tonight, where I get to see people who I become very good friends with, and I don't spend a lot of time with them in person. So it becomes very emotional, and it's very fulfilling to see that there are people in this room tonight that just a few months ago were not a part of this, and they're already loving what they're experiencing. So for me, this is kind of a culmination of what we built and a reward for people putting up with Zoom, but then coming together just as friends.
We had to postpone the event, so the fact that we postponed it and we've still had this many people come and register to support and really want to know how they can be part of the community has been amazing.
The idea was to come up with some creative events that would bring people together, and our mandate is to always have some sort of community component to it. So it was brought up at the council, and it made sense to tie a sock drive to this event. We're expecting upwards of 3,000 pairs of socks being collected tonight. So we're making a difference as a community, which is what this is all about.
There are so many people that are willing to be part of this and volunteer, give back to the community. We have something very special here that people want to be part of, and they care about more than just their business. They're trying to do as much as they can to help out everyone around.
Culture's everything. And that's why I always say we don't just do business here together, we do life here together. These aren't people I just can count on and reach out to for business, for referrals. If someone's having a struggle,
Call me. I'm there. Let me know what you need. We were able to be that support for each other because of the culture that Tina built here and that we are perpetuating. She is compassionate. She cares. It's about how you make people feel and caring about what they care about. We want people to feel that across the country, not just here, but everywhere.
That's phenomenal. That's so awesome. We don't have time for clapping. So everybody, come on, tell us in the chat, what did you think? We're going to make sure that you have links so that you can get to it. But I'm speechless. It takes a lot to do that, Craig. Oh, we got stuff coming up like beautiful, amazing, clapping. This is awesome.
I got goosebumps.
I know. Oh my God. It was, yeah, let me breathe.
I mean, but think about it. I didn't think it was going to be anything, the event, anything less than it was, because we just know when everyone gets together, it's just incredible, because we're building the deepening the relationships. And Craig, being able to capture that was great. Thank you, dear.
You're so very welcome.
It's awesome. So for the people who didn't make it to the event, that's what the event looks like. And for the people who did, there's some great memories for you. I don't know if it made you do what it did for me, but I couldn't stop smiling. I have a little bit of a tear, but I couldn't stop smiling. It was wonderful. Thank you, Craig. we're gonna say goodbye to you just for a minute. We're gonna bring you back on in a second, but we have something new coming up in June. So we're gonna say goodbye to Craig for a second.
Bye, Craig.
And we're gonna bring on the events chair of the community council and the vice president for one of the vice presidents for the North Jersey chapter, Mary Upton. Hey, you.
How are you?
We're good. So, as the events chair, you have some information for us about a June event, right?
We have some information. I'm going to use a cheat sheet so I don't miss anything. So we have our second annual Master Networks golf outing on June 20th at the New York Country Club. So give you a little bit of last year's demographics. I know we kind of breezed over it, but we had over 80 golfers. We had over 250 people for dinner, which was huge. Officially, it was my first golf outing that I had ever participated and ran. So thankfully, Tina had no idea before that. So
did great.
Yes, we broke the news to her afterwards. After she's like, "Oh, you and Barry work together?" No, on other things, yes, but not on something this big. But it was amazing. It was a great venue to host at. A beautiful, beautiful golf course. Everyone had an amazing time. So we're doing it again this year. Our goal, should I say how much we're looking to raise?
Yes.
Our goal is to raise at least $20,000 so that we can help really jumpstart the grant process. We have sponsorships available. I want to thank our first premier sponsor that we have is Al Tachman with Onyx Bridge. So thank you, Al, for stepping up to the plate. He's also done some other stuff in the background, but we have to have some surprises for the day of the outing. We still have another presenting sponsorship opportunity available. We have several packages available, whether you're a golfer or you're not a golfer. We have something for everyone. And it's going to culminate with an amazing dinner that I'm sure we're probably going to be pushing the 300 person number. So get in early. Any questions that you have, you can reach out to myself. You can reach out to Barry, Our information is all over the website, Tina's emails. So we're looking forward to a fun day. Barry has told us it's going to be a perfect, sunny, bright day.
Knock on wood, everybody.
That's golf outings. He guarantees it.
I believe Barry. I totally believe Barry. I got to show you this. I love this so much. Look what Sandra said. I'm clapping like I'm on Zoom and you can all see me.
I think we all are.
And of course, Stephanie was talking about last year's golf outing. It was epic. I understand the word that's being circulated right now is this one's going to be epic-er. Larry Black is coming from Texas. We got more people coming in. We got people coming in from different regions.
Actually, a word, epicer.
Epicer.
And whose daughter was it? I think it was Rachel Sroda's. Was it her daughter that we have her on recorded going, "It's gonna be epic," and it was.
So
and that video is really cool that Greg did with help from some other other people that we had, but even just like the drone shots, another gentleman did that for us. It was so cool.
So we're going to make sure that you can see both.
It was an amazing video. It really captured the event.
Is the golf outing video on the YouTube page, Tina?
Yep.
Okay. So what is the YouTube page? I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay, so I have it right here. Let me just make sure. It is the Master Networks NYCTNJ region.
Awesome. So it's there. This one that you just saw for the mixer from March is going to be up there too. Check them out. Watch them over and over. Make sure you put comments on the YouTube video as well. But we're so glad everybody was here. I'm going to bring the whole cast and crew back in. We're going to see if we can make this happen. There's a lot of us. Woohoo!
And it's just a slice of what's going on in the community council. But these people, I have to say thank you to them because, and I said this before, but they made my dream a reality and took it on as their own. And that's what's so fantastic about it. It's not me anymore. I love the fact that it's all of us. It's so cool.
And this is something that's probably about 6 years in the making.
Yeah. Mary and I talked about it about 6 years ago.
And someday
it finally came. It was the right place at the right time. It was meant to be.
Yeah. And this is going to morph and change over the years. And someday we're going to be able to get up to a podium and say, over the past X years, we've given out $250,000, $500,000 to not-for-profits in need across the region, and really change lives and make an impact as a community within. As like Tina said, we're a community within a larger community where we all work, live, and play. So I can't tell you how humbled and proud I am to work with these people. Just amazing, amazing people who give of themselves, and not only the ones on this video, but all the community council people who show up week in and week out and say, "What can I do to help?" You know, it's very, very heartwarming to have that resource.
Absolutely. We keep using the word community, and it takes a community. This is a vibrant, caring community that Tina started and has been fostering for 7, 8, how many years now? And it's grown into this family. Tina's right. It's a family. And the fact that this family is giving back in such an amazing way, the community council is a great place to be. Say it again, Barry. When is it?
Wednesdays, 11 a.m. in Tina's Zoom room, the original one, which is the one ending in 1383.
If you are a member of Master Networks and you are a member of this region, you are getting Tina's email on Sunday night. And you have the link in there to join, to come in and see what's going on at the community council. If you are not a member of Master Networks, the people that are sitting in this room are going to drop their email addresses into the chat after this is over. And you can reach out to any one of us. And we'd love to talk to you about Master Networks. As you can tell, the people that you see, the faces you see right here, we truly believe in it and love it. The people that are chatting right now in the comments, they love it too. Everybody here would be happy to talk to you about it. And I know that we're going to get people watching us on the replay. For the people watching us on the replay, put your comments in too. We want to hear from you. This has been amazing. Thank you all for coming and joining today. Does anybody have any final comments that they want to share?
Jean, I'd like to say thank you to you, because you really spearheaded, like, let's get this out. Let's make this like something special. So, I just thank you for doing this and really behind the scenes, really pushing, especially me, to be like, when do you have time available? And it's really, you have to. It's like, if you try to do everything yourself, you can't. So you are just such a great part of this because you just took this on yourself. And I really want to say I appreciate it.
I love the community council. I love what you do. Thank you for that. But this is really my gift back to all these people that are working so hard. And it's why the community council chat is going to be out there for you guys. We're going to try to do one a month so that people from the community council can come on and share with you what's happening, share with you how you can contribute, share with you how you can apply for funds. We're gonna do that too. So all of this is going to be out there. Please watch Tina's email so you know when we're going to do the next one. And just know whether you're actually joining the community council, true, or if you just know as the Master Networks community that really is thinking outside the boxes, doing this legacy beyond your business, look at your community. Look at what's going on in your footprint and see what you can do to make your community better. Because I really believe, after knowing Tina for six and a half years, that's her heart. I think that if you called Tina, if you left her a message and said, I did this amazing thing for my next door neighbor because you inspired me, it would make her year. So
that would be great.
So to everybody in the Master Networks community, to everybody here, and to everybody out there, we're so glad that we're all a part of this family. I'm so glad to know you all. And for everybody who's thinking about joining Master Networks, reach out to us. You won't regret it. All right, everybody, have a really, really great weekend. Have great holidays, whatever holiday that you are honoring this weekend. And we'll see you soon. Bye,
Please
everybody.
contact Julie if anybody has any interest in creating their own foundations or scholarships, anything like that. Please talk to her. She'll make it happen. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.